one. As I see,
It is
Kurt
prepared.
and Peggy both have this one still, so we don't break it. There we go.
And you could do the one-eared Jaunty look if it's bothering you. You could do like a little like across the ear thing that's not so tight.
It's okay. It's fine. It's fine.
We're not allowed to.
Okay. All right.
Call to order at 6 o'clock.
Call to order at 6 o'clock. Any changes to the agenda?
Nope, none for me.
Public comment. I will share the statement and then invite some public comment. Each person has 3 minutes to speak, and comment must be directly related to an agenda item. In observance of Oregon open meeting laws, this isn't the time for dialogue, but rather a time for the board to listen to the public. Our library director is taking notes of action when needed and recording the substance of public comments. With that said, does either of you wish to comment publicly? Okay, good then, thank you.
Can I make a comment?
Sure.
In as much as you may not have the agenda to look at, so you don't know how to.
There's copies back there.
It's on the agenda.
Mhm.
Did you get a copy?
Yeah, I looked at it before.
Okay, just want to be sure.
Thank you. Okay, minutes. We need to approve the minutes. Did everyone have a chance to read them?
Or I was trying to get.
I'm sorry.
Do you suppose you could let the people on Zoom know why we're dressed so funny?
Sure, folks on Zoom. Oh, they're up there, aren't they?
Yeah.
So, today is Pat Piper's last board meeting. She is retiring from the board after 25 years of service on the board and many more years of service to the library, although she's not retiring from library service, just the board. So we had a little party right before the meeting to honor Pat and celebrate her 25 years. So that's why the party stuff. Next month, it won't be like this.
We hope. Next month will be a morning.
And we'll all wear black.
Let's do the get up again to welcome Iris.
True. We might be it like this next month, and don't take my word for it. Okay, thanks, Cora. Minutes. We need to approve the minutes. Any changes to the minutes?
We do have 2 sets of minutes this time. So the first one is budget hearing, which of course was open and closed. So any changes to that one or 519 regular meeting minutes?
I don't have any changes. Can we do them in a single motion?
Mhm.
I move to approve the minutes from the May public hearing and the May regular board meeting hearing.
Second. Okay, it's moved and seconded that we approve the minutes. Any further discussion? All those in favor, say aye. Opposed? Sure.
I should let you make the motions.
Mhm.
You can approve
Every single motion.
I've done that enough. Financial report, Phoebe, it's yours.
We'll start with the Meisner Fund. Highlighted at the top in the green, we have the dividends for the month, and then below at the bottom, balance for May. Any questions, comments? Moving on to grants. No new grants received in the month of May. We did have a couple of expenses. They're highlighted there in the yellow, both for Makerspace and the endowment fund. It was landscaping costs once again. And then at the bottom of the page there, highlighted in green, is the account balance at the end of May. Any questions? Moving on to library improvement fund. In the top in green is the dividends for the month. And then below, this was a big month in library improvement costs, both for the annex doing the roofing, and then also some other costs, the SMED, which is the extra screen and things that got put in there. And then the land management was the library share of the cost for the irrigation system that we did. And the building permit is, or the City of Brookings Building Department was for the Makerspace permitting that was required. Any questions? We'll move on to the balance sheet. And again, those, the balances on each one of these manual reports I do reconcile to the balance sheet that's straight out of our accounting program. We'll move on to the general fund, budget versus actual. We didn't receive the property taxes in the month of May. I contacted the treasurer and he said just being busy with their budget process, he didn't get them done, and I think a couple days after that they got sent through. So we should have double, well, provided we get the rest of them and they're not delayed till next year, next fiscal year. We should have both next reporting session. And other than that, there wasn't really anything unusual within the monthly expenses. So just the highlighted amounts are each object classification total for the year to date. And then the comparison. Any comments or questions on the general fund?
I just look forward to our fundraising workshop in July, and I hope that we can make that donations and gifts section grow by this time next year.
And lastly is the credit card statement. I always try to do it double-sided and I missed that, but I didn't want to miss the paper, so you got a single-sided version. Any questions I can answer there? Maybe Julie, back in.
I'll entertain a motion to approve the financial report.
Make a motion to approve the financial report.
You're gonna stick me with that.
I just saw Peggy staring at you, so.
Do I have a second?
Oh, second.
Okay. Second is the financial report as read. Any other discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
Good job again.
Yes. So the 2026-27 budget approval resolution 25-26-06.
So that was what Phoebe passed out along with the reports. This is everything that's been discussed and approved by the budget committee and the budget hearing that was held. This covers all of the details that they require in this form. This is a form that's provided by the Oregon Department of Revenue, which you can see on the top left. The second form is just the form that we give to the assessor. That is us officially. That doesn't need to be adopted or anything. The budget committee already approved it. It's just included for your information. That is our tax rate. But this resolution is the action that needs to be taken today in order to adopt the budget for starting July 1st. I don't know if there are any questions. It's been discussed pretty thoroughly up to this point, but happy to answer if you have anything. Otherwise, just need a motion to adopt the resolution with the resolution number in it. You don't need to say the exact budget number or anything.
I would like to make motion to approve resolution number 25-26-06 for the fiscal year coming up.
I'll second. Okay. It's been moved and seconded that we approve resolution number 25-26-06. Any more discussion? All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carried.
Thank you so much. Good process this year.
Yeah, who do we?
I think I sign it as the budget officer.
Okay, makes sense.
Do you remember, is that right, Phoebe? I'm almost certain I do.
Had sign it, but yeah.
I think I do.
it's, and then if you can just sign a copy for me.
Sure.
Then. And Julie has graciously told me I can go once this is done. I'm off to grandma duty.
Oh, wonderful.
Oh, fun.
Yeah,
Speaking of
first,
grandma
first
duty.
anniversary.
Ah,
So,
I'll give them the day away. Yes, speaking of grandma duty. We have in the middle of time.
yes, congratulations.
Granddaughter.
We were,
Granddaughter.
while we were waiting for you to come in, we were wondering, has anyone heard?
I'm sorry, guess I'm sure that.
That's okay.
What's her name?
Her name is Jewel, Jovle.
Oh, like the energy unit.
Interesting.
Michio.
Say that again?
Michio.
Okay.
Little Michio.
That Japanese?
Yes, it is. Both of her names are scientists.
Okay.
Oh.
You know who Jewel is
Mhm.
because of the SI unit of energy.
Uh-huh.
He also did the work for seminal to developing the first law of thermodynamics. Her second name.
Bye, Phoebe.
Hi, Phoebe. Her second name is the first name of a Japanese PhD, the first woman to get a PhD in agriculture, and she isolated the compounds that occur in green tea.
Interesting.
Cool.
Wow,
That's
that's quite the namesake.
Nice choice.
Well, she joins Kepler,
Awesome.
Yeah, I did.
and his sister, who's named for the man, Lord Rayleigh, who was the physicist who identified why we have rainbows.
Oh, how
Light
wow.
refraction, light scattering effect.
Well, that's on theme for a discussion for us to have later from the director's report.
And so that's enough of that for now, but yes, successful birth.
Congratulations, Sue and David.
Yes, thank you.
Well,
And
I did ground
congratulations.
duty too.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I went to Kansas for a whole week and that's enough duty. It was so hot and so sultry and we had such bad weather with tornadoes and winds and all kinds of things. And we went to umpteen 9-year-old baseball games and came up with a second in the tournament, which was very thankful.
Wow, good.
But at any rate, that's enough of that for a while.
Come on there.
I love them dearly, but I'm not really thrilled with the weather.
So I don't mean to complain, but I don't understand that is the agenda.
It doesn't, but okay, it's okay.
Find my minutes. I can
It
just
would have
wear
been
it.
board member announcements, which we
Yes.
just kind of slipped in before drive-through book
Which is
return.
Pat.
Did you second the budget? Okay.
And everything else.
Like first,
So,
So in
Moving
the
on.
future, when
Little
people
side note
look at the
there.
minutes, they're gonna say, my gosh, why did she leave? She's the only one that did anything.
True.
okay, back to the agenda. Drive-through book return is the next item on our agenda.
Okay, so I know this is a priority item for several of you on the board, and I received a call from Judy Seil this week, and she is, of course, on the endowment fund. And the payment for Oregon Community Foundation is coming soon, and I jotted down the exact amount that she told me, and I don't have it handy. I bet Cora does, yeah. 6,000 and something. And she suggested, and I readily agreed, that perhaps we put that towards the book return, the outdoor book return. And so she polled the endowment fund members via email and had a majority within a couple of hours. So they've committed that amount.
Everyone's excited about it.
Yes.
Project.
Yeah. So that's a given. It hasn't been actively done yet. We don't have the check, but it's going to be another grant situation like we're doing with landscape. They'll just give it to us and we can get that in process as soon as we want. So
$6,810.50.
$6,810.50. Mhm.
And it was set for deposit on Thursday last week.
Yeah. So that's fantastic. I think I included some of the book drop information in there. There's in the director's report. Did I include it or not?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did.
And did that include pricing or was it just specs?
It was just specs.
Okay.
as far as I can see. And I couldn't tell from page to page if we were looking at the same model.
Different. It's two different series. Are there big ones? I will next month give you specific options or my recommendation. The one I'm looking at right now, certainly Kingsley is the brand. That's the one that most libraries use and it's the one that lasts. The 50C series or 60C series is the information I gave you. The one I'm looking at on my screen at this moment is $58.99 just for the box. And you have to purchase a slide box that goes into it that you can pull out and everything. So that'll be with that and the shipping. I'm sure it's not free. Sometimes it is, but I don't think it is with Demco. So that'll be freight shipping. So the endowment fund will cover a large portion of the actual cost, if not all of it. So that's fantastic. Yeah.
And I'm sure that you'll opt for whatever's the longest lasting and
Yes.
most weatherproof.
Absolutely.
Like we're
We
Three
live,
three
right.
blocks from the river and the ocean. We
Yeah.
got it.
Yeah. So
The moisture,
salt air
or
and
they had one that had like a moisture drain or something.
Yeah.
That one- That's the one we.
yes, we need all the moisture
Yeah,
protection
something
we
at the
can get.
bottom to keep the moisture off.
Yeah.
If it happens to get.
So
in.
I'll research more between now and next month's meeting and talk to other directors on the coast and see what their experience has been and
Whatever
provide.
Seattle's using is good for.
Exactly. Yeah, so
In honor of Pat, we can name it the Pat Piper Book Drop.
I love that idea. So
Only if it has a good slide.
we can get a custom thing on the side with their face.
No thank you.
What if it has your realtor logo on it? Then you might be willing.
Now you got my attention.
Yeah, so then we just need to figure out the exact placement, which again, I will maybe talk to a couple of contractors and see what our options are. One thing, I know we talked about putting it on the sidewalk over on the secondary lot side. And as I think if we do that, we'll then just have to kind of extend the sidewalk behind the box so that we maintain handicap access.
and the stairs from the back door would probably need to be ramped for the cart, right?
Maybe, yeah, and that's a big expense too. So
Mm-hmm.
either we'll have to ramp that or take the long way around until we can afford to ramp that.
Mm-hmm.
And I also thought it might be more of a pain, so maybe not, but the island out there, we could have potentially put a pad on the
Oh, I see.
side of the island and
You're driving.
drive her to circle around. I don't know. I'm not sure. Once we get the person in here, or someone who maybe has some opinions about the concrete and flow of traffic, then
Yeah.
we'll have more information. So that will be moving forward. Certainly the goal will be with this influx of money to get that done before the rainy season starts.
Wonderful.
That's great.
So,
And that packet is part of the options that you sent us, not the options, but the.
Yeah.
specs. Was
Mhm.
that's on the website, right?
yes,
Okay.
so you can go look at the
See it.
Demco website, is the company. And again, the name of the brand is Kingsley. 50, the one I'm looking at the moment, which is the front runner at the moment, is the Kingsley 50C series complete outdoor book return system. It's just one and all in one with the lock and the cart and yeah. So I haven't fully vetted that and made sure that's the best option, but that certainly seems to be the most popular one. So good news. Cool. I'm excited about that. Thank you to the endowment fund. I will probably talk to the Friends of the Library. Also, there seems to be a good history lately, in particular of them partnering. They partnered on the irrigation system and landscaping. Yes, our river room, our tide pool room, the workstation in the children's room, the parent-child workstation. So those are all things that the endowment fund and the Friends of the Library have partnered on. So this will be another great one and they just had their book sale. So I'll be surprised if they don't want to contribute something, but they did just contribute for the irrigation system. So won't be too
I
surprised.
just have a little question,
Yes.
mechanics, with the book drop. When you pull out the cart to
Mhm.
bring the books into the library,
Mhm.
that leaves the book drop with.
You know what? Let me see if I
Do
can.
we need two carts is my
Share my
point.
screen. No. It is. See if I can.
Oh, it works.
Yep.
So it's this cart, you don't necessarily take that out. So what we've typically done in other libraries is you take a rolling library cart or a basket, depending on your typical volume, out and you empty that
Oh.
and then
okay.
roll the cart back in. So that doesn't go back and forth necessarily. It could. It's just not something that I have seen in practice typically. It's usually just to pull it out and back.
We have a selection of paint colors. What paint color are we going to get?
Blue is the most common just because it's they actually only show the blue. So it's like this
Yeah.
luster, kind of a silvery sandstone, and then flat gray. probably there might be, I don't know if there's even price differences. Some people cover them. We could do our own skin, like you do a wrap on a
Oh,
car
sure.
or something.
And the blue would help you know it's not a trash can compared to the silver one.
Right.
Like,
Yeah,
Well, and I think it's, would be more noticeable.
Yeah.
We'll recognize. it.
certainly. Yeah.
And then my last question on this is, do we need to build a little roof, kind of a canopy over it so that our people don't get wet?
That's been part of the conversation is that's gonna be a thing to figure out is because,
let's fundraise for it in July's meeting. Because if we can afford the concrete work for the ramp from the back door, with an awning to it, the person who's having to swap the books out isn't getting soaked and the books aren't getting soaked,
Yes.
you know?
That would be.
Right.
good.
And it's a reality that you can't just not bring the books in for a full day because we got 2 inches of rain that day, you know, like you still have to get the books.
yeah, and so, I mean, I have been at libraries where you don't have coverage, but you also don't get as much rain as you do here. And we'll see how much that project is gonna cost to build a ramp with an awning. That's just my concern. And it may be that staff do only go out once a day and we try to, we get the proper plastic sheeting until we can afford. I mean, that would be fantastic to fundraise for that in particular,
I mean, it's
because
something.
people do give for projects.
It's something that patrons would use. It's visible. It's an
Right.
exciting project. It could be
Right.
one of our goals, I think.
Yeah.
I like the style of awning that K school and then the high school did to connect some of their buildings. Like back in my day, we just had to walk between buildings and got soaked. And now even the entrance, I think, to the K school is covered. And it looks very expensive. It looks very sturdy.
Evergreen pillars. I thought that was very cute.
Yeah.
And I don't know if we need like ballasts around, there may be other requirements, like we have traffic ballasts, so people don't drive into certain things. It would be up on a curb
Yeah.
most likely, so maybe not, but I don't know. I'm not sure.
Like,
Maybe a ballast before and after.
there isn't a ballast at the drive-through mails at the library, right? Or at the
The post office.
I don't think there's a ballast there.
I don't
It's
think
because it's
so.
up on a curb.
I don't
It
think
is up
so.
on the curb.
Yeah, okay.
What about the things at the city? There's
They're on the
no,
curb.
Those are like down, the voting.
yeah, the voting and the water.
But there's a
bill
curb,
thing
but
and
there's a curb between the car and the.
Yeah.
box.
I still,
There's something
Is
different there.
I
I
don't know.
don't think there is.
I have a selfie from when I voted, so I'll check.
I mean, the only time I ever go there is for my ballot, because I don't live in the city limits, so
Right.
I could be completely wrong.
Yeah, so things to be figured out. Certainly we'll look into those, but there's nothing to approve. This is already a goal. I just wanted to have this discussion with you so you know it's coming. So there will likely be other library improvement charges, but this is something that we built into the budget for our goal this year anyway. So it's gonna be lowering what we spend.
There's a curb between the car and the foundation of the voter.
Okey-doke.
Yeah.
The
Okay.
other thing we should at least discuss and consider is how to keep people from feeding things into it that are not books.
When I was growing up, do you remember there was Dungeness crab that we're getting in here?
I didn't know that.
There was that for a while they had to I think they had to close the book drop during crab season for 1 year because people were putting crabs in there.
It happens. We had someone put a dead bird
Do
in
not
ours in
do that.
Ohio. We have had someone put dog poop in ours. So,
Yeah, when I worked.
but ours was attached to the building. I
Well,
mean,
and
so,
One
but
way
And
to,
this is attached to the building.
one way to avoid that is a camera.
yeah.
Well, and that's what I was gonna
there
say, a
is-
smile,
there is one
smiling
there.
on camera.
Sign.
Well,
There is a-
right now it's blocked by trees. There is no view
Okay,
to that.
that was the
section.
issue. Yeah, the
Mhm.
issue that day.
Yeah.
So,
The camera's there though, and so you could have a sign that says there is a camera,
Yes, right.
which is all true.
yeah, and we could, if we trim the trees properly, there, we would have a camera view, which is a doable. Yeah.
I hate to think that that is a real thing that will happen.
Oh, it will.
Chances are very good. That's
Yeah.
exactly
Sure.
what will happen.
I mean,
It's a
It's,
trickster.
at least we already have one and it's happened, but not. a lot.
And the further it is away from traffic in the building, the more likely it is to happen
Yeah.
also,
True.
just the nature of things, but. Yeah, we'll make sure a camera's on it.
I guess I've been on the board longer than anybody here, but I can remember when a man had a whole bunch of fines he had to pay for books, and he returned the books with dog poop in the thing.
Well, that doesn't work. You probably got charged for the books then, or, I mean, not that he has.
He was leaving.
Yeah, so,
Um,
Yeah, so I can remember that.
People get a little retaliatory sometimes, for sure.
Live crabs or dead crabs?
I don't remember, Peggy.
I don't remember that even happening. That's amazing.
I'm pretty sure someone busted my car here,
Oh,
but I don't know when it happened and can't find the camera, so I don't know. But
I don't even know what car you drive.
but that we do have staff parking lots that I'm usually in, but yeah, but anyway, yeah,
Okay.
it's a good thought and worthy of attention.
All right, thank you for
Uh-huh.
that and great news.
It's very
fabulous
exciting,
news, Yeah.
very exciting.
Director's contact.
I'm sorry, but I'm waiting for a call that was important.
Yes.
Startled me though.
Owen. She's not it.
So whoever did call you right now is gonna hear that because we're recording.
No, she,
Okay,
and she'll forget by tomorrow.
okay,
She's my
never mind.
thing lady.
Director's contract.
Yeah, so this is, the contract is technically passed, it's not passed, it expires at the end of this month. And you may have seen, I don't know if you read through, but in section 2.1, it says, the initial term of this agreement is 3 years from the effective date. This agreement shall automatically renew on the same terms and conditions for subsequent 1-year renewal terms unless either party gives the other party no less than 60 days written notice prior to the expiration of the current term, notifying the party does not wish to renew this agreement for the next additional 1-year term. So just as the terms of this, the minimum that you can renew because we didn't do 60 days notice is a year. But as it's written, as I said, I just repeated what it already was with the changes or the raises that have been done over the years. I didn't add anything else or change anything else. And left it at 3 years. So I don't know if this is not something that can be well, actually, I don't think you can discuss this in executive session. Pretty sure you can anyway, but yeah.
It's the same person. She's probably already forgotten. She called me earlier.
So, again, it's gonna renew for a year. If you want me to find out about executive session, or if there's anything you guys need to discuss, I don't know. I'll let you take this from here, whatever you wanna lead or.
So has everyone had a chance to look, because you sent this
Yeah.
at the director's report, with the changes that Julie mentioned, and I think you highlighted all the changes you
I
made.
did.
And-
Well, I
and
didn't
it was-
physically highlight them,
No,
but I
you
made note of
No,
them.
made note, yeah. And, nothing was unusual. I
Just
mean, it
changed
was
my
all
name
just
and-
updating stuff.
Mhm.
Does anyone have any questions, that either can be asked now or would require an executive session? What requires executive session? Money?
No, actually, you can consider the employment of a public officer, employee, staff member, or individual agent, or to consider the dismissal of.
Right. Okay.
But I know that to consider the employment of is a very specific order of things that is about hiring, and you have to go through some processes to allow public comment before you can do that.
Okay, so it sounds like this is all public.
Unless you want to have a conversation about dismissing me, then
Pretty sure that's not the case.
that nothing can be in public hearing. You're welcome to discuss this.
So what we talked about last week doesn't count? I know you're gonna miss me.
Yeah, does anyone have any?
For the record, there was no conversation off the record.
True.
No, I don't have anything to,
So what do we need to do?
we have motion.
We need a motion, yeah, to approve the director's contract.
As is,
As-
or if you want to make changes to it, then direct me to make those changes or someone volunteer to make those
More to the
changes.
point, do you want any changes?
Thank you for asking. I honestly didn't even really think about that, but no, I don't think I do. I mean, the pay is already, we deal with that same as everyone else. I already get the vacation I want. I'm not sure what else at this point I would negotiate. No. No. Thank you for asking, though. Nothing else.
No, I'm not.
I'll entertain a motion to approve the
Oh,
director's
yeah.
contract.
I'll second.
I will move to approve the director's contract as presented.
Thank you.
Okay, been moved and seconded. Any more discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
And very happy to do that.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, director's report.
Okay, let me pull mine up just so I know. Here.
I'm delighted by your Library of Things update.
Yes, speak.
Yeah, that is a fun one, isn't it?
Such a cool thing to know.
Yeah, so yeah, parking passes, spread the word. We would love for locals to be able to use those without having to pay.
Mind pulling up this portion of your report on the screen
Sure.
for Zoom and the
Mhm.
recording?
Yeah, let me.
That way people can know what we're all excited about.
Sure. Okay, so as Cora referred to, the Oregon State Parks and State Library of Oregon sent out an opportunity for libraries to receive annual day use parking permits and said apply. Of course, everyone applied. They had 200 and they ended up sending out 267. They were able to get the funding to get the
Wow.
rest.
Okay.
We have two, they're in our Library of Things. If you want to go to Harris Beach and don't want to pay for the parking permit or cannot pay for your own, then come check it out and you can do that. Or if you're going to travel out of town, that's the only local place that requires parking, as far as I'm aware.
Loeb isn't requiring it currently.
Okay, Loeb might later. Don't know.
I don't want to speak it into being.
Sure. Okay.
That might cause a rebellion.
Yeah.
Their speech should have caused rebellion.
And it didn't. Yeah.
It,
I think most people don't realize that it happened.
Yeah. I did hear they were ticketing people the other day and
Oh,
people were
really?
pretty upset. Yeah.
in the public comment asking for some sort of like 97415 zip code exemption because it's like our backyard, but they said
Mhm.
they couldn't administer that through the whole state for everyone's nearest park, But it's, I grew up a quarter mile from there. I did all of my homework in high school.
It's inside the city limits, for heaven's sake.
Mhm.
I know.
Yeah, so that is exciting. And if they become super popular, they're not super expensive. I think they're $60 for a year or 3 years. I don't know. We can certainly add more to the collection. That's a good use of local taxpayer resources, I think, is a shared parking permit to use our own local park.
So is there
So.
a provision for when the person checks it out for a week and comes back 3 months later with it?
Well, if they check something out and don't return it, then they get charged for the whole item. And so it's the same as books. We don't have a specific rule that they don't automatically renew, like all their books, none of our Library of Things items automatically renew that way. So it would be charged and not refunded necessarily in the same way that books are when they're returned late.
And I imagine on the place of the pass where you write your name, does it just say Chetco Library or something on it?
They said they're transferable amongst cars, so I didn't actually look at the passes.
It's like a hanger.
I actually own one,
Yeah.
and I am
And it
trying to
has-
remember.
So it is transferable. There's no
Yeah,
policy problem with you just like handing it to your neighbor to
It's a
take
loan,
for
yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
It's not specific to you or your car, but there is a place to write the name of the owner on it. And so I'm thinking you should stamp it with Chetco Library.
sure, yeah. If there's a spot, then we'll definitely put the
Or like
library name
I
on it.
mean, it probably has to have a scanner on
Yeah.
it anyway, right? You
Yeah.
have to have a
But
stamp.
I think they do it with Library of Things items. There will be some sort of tag on it. Yeah, for sure. And then we'll make sure our name is on it. I imagine Phil did that on his own, but yeah, I'll double check.
There's probably a whole library science of how you handle
Yeah.
tangible objects.
Yeah, right,
Yeah, so $60 for residents, 75 for non-residents.
Right. For a year.
For 1 year,
Yeah.
12 month.
Yeah, they phased out December 31st was the last day you could buy a 2-year pass.
Oh, I
for
bought a
$55.
2-year before that.
And I also
Okay.
bought this
Yeah.
as a Christmas.
I was thinking
gift.
$60 for 1 year. I was like, I paid 50 or something for 2 years. So,
It was the best Christmas gift I got.
yeah, this is a good one. Yeah, anyway, so if anyone is watching, please come check out our
I have a
Parking
hunch,
permit.
as people realize that it's here.
It's just a great thing for
Make our
locals.
waiting
Yeah,
list.
yeah. I hope, and if we get a waiting list, then certainly we'll get more of those.
Cool.
And as it says in the report, soon there will be a website page with all of our library things items.
I look forward to sharing them.
It's in effect. So some facilities issues you may have noticed are new trash cans when you walked in
Yes.
today. Yeah,
Nice.
I am
so.
very unobservant. I haven't seen any of it.
There's one
Sorry.
by the book drop, so
Yes.
if you were tempted to put your, burger wrapper in there, you.
Your dead birds.
Gotcha.
There's crabs, yeah.
Okay.
No different option.
And there's one by the front door too.
Okay,
so,
crap, I don't think anybody's gonna do that this
I
year.
know.
Yeah, no, we want to keep them
Yeah, how different it was back then.
when crabs were aplenty. Okay, I'm still sharing. Okay, that's fine. So facilities, yeah, we have new signs. These plants are new. Please keep pets and feet away. They will be on top of these doggy bag ones, just a couple of those. And then little things to try to kind of at least temporarily keep people from walking through new plants, such some visual aids.
I like the fence.
Yeah.
The fence.
Yeah.
Thanks for doing that.
Yeah, so Don and I'm gonna wait for him and we'll talk and make sure we get those in the best spots. Last month, speaking of Don, you guys did ask for me to invite him to the meeting so we could thank him. He declined. He would not like that. He just doesn't want the attention. He said maybe when it's done.
He knows that we're thinking. of it.
Yes, he is very aware. So
Did you tell him he could wear a pink light?
I'm sure he would love that. So the other thing I wanted to talk about is the 100 libraries healing rainbow light for Oregonians. I don't know if you all looked at that.
Cool. The video that shows his process with the little model
Yeah.
and stuff.
Yeah.
I thought it was like, oh, you slap up some prism stuff, but it's like so much more.
And
involved.
he is doing a lot of research and he is checking the rotation of the sun throughout the year to make sure that everything works. But before I went through the work of getting all of the photos and information, because it's a fair amount of information that he wants, I wanted to make sure that you guys were okay with the permanent installation. And so every building is different. His stated goal is to do 100 libraries in Oregon, of course. I think he said he's installed, I can't remember, but there's 20 in plans.
How much?
Free,
It's a.
Well, that's the price I like.
right? Yeah.
And it doesn't take.
So where's
any
our
space.
closest one?
Yeah.
There is a map. Let me show you where he has them. So
Just look at that.
these are just potentials. Like I think he has all the libraries on here, so that doesn't mean much, but he is, yeah, blue means design, red is installed. So our closest one is probably, Cresswell. Maybe there's a few up in Newport area.
It looks
Nothing
great.
Over in the Medford area yet.
Not yet. He told me, we emailed and he said, I actually haven't scouted the south or southern coast yet. So he was like, looking forward to that potential site, but I think he included everything as potential
Well,
site.
Butte Falls is a
He,
blue.
he did visit.
Oh, Butte Falls.
just-
Butte Falls, really?
Yeah, that's what it says right there.
That's where we go.
Oh, okay, in design. So the blue is where he is currently working on those.
That's a
designs.
tiny little
So
town.
yellow means what again?
Yellow is just, I think it's just all the libraries, says potential
Oh,
site.
It
Yeah.
doesn't have Gold Beach or Port Orford, right?
Or
Or that for.
yeah,
That's for- oh,
that's,
will be-
will be, so I think it's.
Oh, and Bandon, no,
Yeah,
that's just.
I think,
got it.
again, I think it's just libraries. I don't
Okay.
think everyone has reached out to him.
But the Applegate branch is close. I mean,
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
that's before Medford.
So very, very cool.
Central Point? Huh.
Certainly, I mean, he describes his process and the meaning of his art, and it's all, solar spectrum and this video, I won't play it. It's 15 minutes, but if you haven't watched it, it's worth watching.
I have to watch it. I
Yeah.
haven't watched it.
Yeah, he was building a model of the library and looking at the windows and the sun's coming around and checking to see like what the design will be at different times of the year.
Like here,
Yeah, like this, look how intense.
like
this is.
he builds a model of the library
Oh, my goodness.
and this is Fern Ridge. And like turns it and does like solar system work and math and yeah.
Can you think of any reason why anyone would object?
Well, rainbow. I mean, that's the reason that someone would object. I mean, that's not
That's not his.
the only that's not the theme of it. That's not what it means. It's really
It's-
about light reflecting and other meaning. But other than that, I can't imagine. It's fun. I mean, the videos show like kids playing in the light and it's very naturey. I mean, it suits our building with the, you know, you have the ocean and the forest and the.
I would,
Look at this model, like, I would love to see the model he makes for
Mhm.
the Chetco library and see if we can have it when he's done, you know?
Right, right.
So cool. I think it's a fantastic way to incorporate another piece of art. We have, you know, a variety of pieces, mostly two-dimensional, but we have
Mhm.
the big whale sculpture by Manuel.
Right.
And this is the rare opportunity to have like a modern science-based art piece installed in the library that doesn't take a single inch away from
No room.
books.
Right.
There's no books.
There's the children playing there,
Yeah.
actually, is the spot I saw.
and there's no possible reason why it would be distracting to anyone.
I mean, we already have the light that shines and kind of is a little bit blinding sometimes anyway. I mean,
That.
I would imagine
He's
this
not
would be better.
installing lights, it's using the sun, so it's
Yeah.
not like creating new glares or anything.
Right,
Yeah.
and he comes and does a big, you know, a reveal.
That's so fun.
Yeah,
This puts me in mind of the fellow walking in and wanting to do the ship model for.
yes. Yeah,
The Fujita display.
Yeah.
yeah,
This is kind of like that. If he walks in and says, I want to do this for you for free.
yeah. And I don't know, this, you know, this is a long project. He does have a statewide goal. I don't know if I sent everything in tomorrow, when it would happen.
Mhm.
He is older. I think I saw somewhere that he might have some sort of illness.
That's why he has this project.
And so he's got goals and he's trying to get things done. So it's possible, even if we are in support and we, you know, move forward, that it won't happen.
Right.
I don't know. I may be conflating that with
Sounds
someone else in
great.
my head,
Yeah, I
but
love the idea. I
yeah,
love the
okay.
idea.
Well, if there's no objections, then I will go ahead and
And we
I'll
have
at least send him the information and see.
And we
he can
understand
start
it's kind of
evaluating
a
us.
bid to him to use us, but he might be working his way through the state, never.
Exactly.
My granddaughter's namesake would approve.
I know,
Mhm.
now
Right.
we all know that, right?
This is another item back, but this is what that pass looks like for
Mm.
Oregon.
Oh,
State
thank you.
Parks, in
Okay.
case you want to know what it looks
Yeah.
like. It has a hang for your.
Nice.
Yeah.
So there's not, I don't see a place on there to put that is the library's pass, maybe on the
On
obverse.
the back side, there's a place to write name and your driver's license number. So we could have the scan, the checkout thing or a stamp that says Chetco Library.
Yeah.
Cool, thank you.
And I did want to give you guys the updates on the library programs that were not filled in. When I sent that director's report out, we were a little lower, but that's to be expected this month. We had this room shut down for 2 weeks for the book sale prep and cleanup and sale. So we had 73 programs and 925 attendees. I'm not still sharing, okay. So that is the director's report, unless you have any other questions on, of course, World Book Encyclopedia went haywire again. You have 7,500 uses, so. Oh, and I have it in my notes here, but didn't put it in the director's report exactly. I do have an announcement about Phoebe. She asked me to make sure that everyone knew. I'm trying to, hang on, let me find her actual email. So Phoebe, it's not soon, but she is going to be leaving us.
Oh,
And she is going to be making this announcement at the city, I believe, soon as well. They are leaving Brookings.
Like
Leaving. So her husband got a great job, apparently, I think up in the Seattle area. And it was just something they couldn't turn down. And so she is going to continue and finish her mayoral term, which is until January 11th. But she is going to, she wants to be finished. She'll be done here probably by November, I think is when her last day with us will be in November, and then she'll have December free.
she does such a great job.
She is amazing. I will be so sad to lose her, and she will be impossible to replace.
Mm.
She's been fantastic, and she has, hiring an on-staff accounting person was a journey to get there. We had, Darrell,
Mhm.
Doreen. I forgot what I was saying. That was Carol, I think is her last name. Yeah, and that worked, but getting someone on staff was just a turning point, I think, for this library in terms of organization and professionalism with our finances. And certainly we'll be aiming to replace that position, but sad to lose, very sad to lose Phoebe.
And her understanding of the League of Oregon Cities and Special Districts
Yes.
is so
Yeah.
great.
And she is ambitious in her desire, she's curious in her desire to learn. Anything that comes up that she doesn't understand, she just throws herself into it, and that's a hard quality to find. And I just like her a whole lot
She's
personally.
fabulous.
Yeah.
And I,
She's a sweetheart.
yeah, so
Remind me, how many hours a week does she work?
she's 20 hours a week. Yeah. Mhm.
So if we know of someone with accounting
Yes.
background.
Yeah, so it'll be a little while. I'm certainly. There's a bit of a learning curve here, of course, getting through the budget stuff, and really this year. For Phoebe was the first year that it's like, we've got it, because, and really, probably we've had it in the last couple of years, but. In this year in particular, because we always have, an accountant double check our LB1s and some more of the complicated forms, but Phoebe got it. Then, so, but she said after she leaves, she would be willing to stick around and kind of on a contract basis or hourly help the new person or help us or whatever. So she won't be a totally lost resource, and
So
she'll
you
still be
thinking
available.
of changing that job at all?
Not at this moment, not at this moment. It's really worked out great as is, but also we got very lucky with hiring someone who was capable of doing the job as is. So you never know who you're going to get in and how you need to adapt the job. When we created that position, it was in office, at home, to be determined. And Phoebe works almost entirely at home, and that's 100% fine because it works and she does her work and she's on top of it. That doesn't necessarily work with everyone, so and some people prefer to be here. They need an office, need to be away from home. So, we have a little bit of time to figure that out, but she wanted me to let, certainly you guys know. So she's going to be making a wider announcement and didn't want it to come as a surprise to you. So, yeah.
This paper press release, I'd just be devastated.
Right. That would be a bad way to find it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so that's it for director's report, unless you have questions about that.
No?
Nope.
Okay.
Then that's all for me.
Board member announcements.
Well, I'm gonna miss all of you. And I've been on a lot of, I've realized, I'm getting rid of crap. And I realize how many boards I've been on since I've been here. And there've been a lot. And this is the one that I've stuck with because you accomplish stuff. I love the library. And the people here are terrific. So, yeah, I'll miss all of you.
Miss you.
We'll come over to the bookstore and you
Okay.
have to tell us your schedule.
Did you get a shift yet?
Right now, I'm covering for people who are gone.
Fill in.
Yeah.
Okay.
So.
Sounded stuff.
All right. My hearing hasn't gone. It's my vision, I'm having a problem.
Well, Pat, may I say, that when you and Peggy convinced me that I could be a library board member, I was doubtful that first few months, but you're right. And thank you for encouraging me, and thank you for helping me run, and thank you for helping me become a halfway decent chair. And I'll never be you, but
I hope not.
but no, you've just been a really good mentor in this position. And
Thanks.
yeah, and I really wish you weren't.
See, now
but I
Peggy hates the fact that I talked her into it. See, there's a difference between the two.
Really don't.
I know. Or you wouldn't be
In
here.
fact, you fibbed to me, right? No, I'm teasing you. Thank you so much. This has been a joy to be on the board. It's just a lot of work and a little bit more than I think any of us expected when we originally came on.
There are ebbs and flows.
Yeah.
Sometimes I think it's easy. and
I think we
sometimes
went through some challenging times together. Pat
Yeah.
survived every one of them. We had some really bad times and we
Yeah.
had some good times, so.
You know what my worst one was when they tried to get us to stop library funding and turn it into the sheriff's department. They
That
didn't
was fun.
realize you just can't do that. But as I was walking out, two of the men said, one man said to the other, you know, it's Pat Piper's fault and I'm gonna get her. And the other guy turned and saw me and I said, I'll eat you for lunch. Unfortunately, that was good. The guy's still around and running different political things. Yeah. That was fun.
Well, Pat, you have been a staunch advocate for this library.
Will continue to be.
Yeah, I don't think
Yes, and
that'll
I know
change.
you will, I know you
Yeah.
will.
I'm even gonna come to the July meeting because
Good.
There you
he said I could contribute. And
Yes.
some of the things that I like that I see at other libraries like Crescent
Crescent City's
City
been doing
and
great
and
things
some of
lately,
the stuff that they do, I think, why doesn't that work for us? So,
Yeah.
yeah,
You can give public comment.
I know.
Yeah,
I can do that.
Yeah.
How can you stop me?
we will, of course, hold you to 3 minutes.
Yes, you have to be sure it's on the agenda.
Yes, you do.
Part of the time, while in the early days when I first came on, that was pretty much running the library because
Yeah.
Susanna wasn't able to.
Yeah, that was I can't imagine how that time was when,
That was,
We all had to,
and that went on for a long
and
time.
you weren't sure for so long if she was coming back or not, I believe. So it was kind of limbo.
Yeah, and then we found out we not only had to pay her for all her sick leave and all her vacations and all of this and all of that. So we couldn't even get somebody to take her place because we paid her for like 7 months.
Yeah.
And so everybody kind of did double time. So, yeah,
Pat and Judy mostly.
yeah.
You guys were also on the board when Dory got sick.
Yep.
And left. That was a sad day too. She was a wonderful children's librarian from what I've always been told.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she was.
And the kids' community theater.
Yes, in theater. Mhm.
I didn't know
Yeah.
Dory.
Anybody else have anything to share?
Sue has a prop.
Yay!
So I own this book. The library does not own this, but it's my personal collection. And if you would like to borrow it from me and read it, I would be happy to lend it. Kathleen has read this most recently. I haven't read this book for at least 15 years. Would you give a quick synopsis of what this is about?
So Mr. Bowditch is the inventor of, and I can't remember the details, a seafaring, a way of navigating on the ocean. And the book starts with him as a child, and it paints a really fascinating picture of what life was like. And this was in the 1700s. Right?
1775.
Yeah, yeah.
And this is a true story.
Yeah.
It is. It's the astrolabe.
It's wonderful. David,
He created the first accurate navigation tables.
that's it.
Before then, people were just kind of guessing where they were out there in the middle of the Pacific Ocean or the Atlantic Ocean. And he actually corrected a bunch of other tables that had mathematical errors. He did the longitude, latitude, and figured out all of this stuff. It was
Yeah.
actually a pretty amazing.
He corrected some of the most respected scientists' work of the time. And he was right. I mean, you have to, the book is great. You've got to let yourself get through the first few chapters when he's a child. Once he moves in with the guy that mentors him, he was doing an apprenticeship. Once he moves in with that guy, that's when the story starts to take off. And I couldn't put it down from that point. And it's a children's book.
It is eminently readable.
Yeah, very much so. I would highly recommend anybody read it. I was
I have
really,
to keep that in mind, not problem.
I'm offering to lend it.
go for it.
I don't have time right now.
Okay.
Okay.
Do you mind if I travel with it? I'm
I
gonna go.
don't mind. You know, when I travel with books, especially ones that have soft covers like this, I use my Amazon bubble wrap mailers to slip them into.
Oh,
them.
yeah.
I do that for my tablet. I do that for everything because it gives you protection
That's a
against
good
the
idea.
damage.
I probably had this at my house for what, 6 months?
Yeah.
I had it forever.
I didn't give it back, and
Of course I would.
my name and phone number in the front, so you won't forget who it belongs to, because that can happen.
Yeah.
So you're welcome to borrow it, and if you want to travel with it, that'd be great. It's a wonderful story. It's well.
And yeah, it's all based in
Really
fact
looking
and
forward to it.
quite interesting facts. So, yeah.
My way of traveling is going into the free section and grabbing a bunch of trashy novels and. So if I lose them, it doesn't gonna matter.
That's right.
So for the people who are listening to this online, the title is Carry On, Mr. Bowditch, Bowditch. It is a Newbery Award winner written by Jean Lee Latham, Latham. So that's for anybody who's listening to this after the fact or maybe listening live, so they would know what we're talking about.
And if anybody happens to have a copy of 2 Years Before the Mass,
Oh,
I would love to read it again.
don't we have that?
And
But
Richard Henry Dana, 2 Years Before the Mast.
I read it,
Yeah, don't we have a copy of it?
yes.
I think we do.
You could also read
I'm scooting around this summer. I'm gonna talk to you about both of them.
Okay.
I would
Mark
really like
Twain's
to
Life
read
on the Mississippi, that's also.
His Life on Mississippi.
We don't have a copy of that in this building, but there are 4 in the system and 1 on Libby also, if anyone
Really?
wants to read it.
Okay.
Would it be appropriate to make a little social media post of like a summer read recommendation from
Mhm.
co-signed by the library board member?
Yeah, we briefly attempted to include board member book recommendations in our newsletter,
We haven't.
but
done
no
that.
one
Oh,
sent
that's
them to
sweet,
me.
Well, Sue's sending you one.
Yes, yeah.
Every time the ocean in the summertime is just screaming and the sky is really blue and then I think 2 Years Before the Mast and where he says that about the what was around him as he was on the ocean. And I think, well, I need to read that again so I get that quote right.
Yeah.
Because the illustrators never get billing, I will say this book is illustrated by John O'Hara Cosgrave II. So in case they're feeling bad because they don't get
Like
mentioned, and it was published in 1955. So that tells you the age of this book. 70 years old.
It's a treasure.
Anybody else? I think.
Should we carry on just to make Pat's last meeting as long as possible?
Yeah, David, go ahead.
Everybody's aware of Russ Wallheim.
Oh, yes, that
Yes.
is a good reminder, thank you.
Thank you. Yeah.
For anyone listening, no, I asked and didn't get one, so. Former board member Russell Olheim passed away recently, so keep his wife Kathy and their family in your thoughts. And we are very sad about that. He was a light here and he will be missed.
Mhm.
Does our visitor have anything she'd like to say?
Iris.
Iris is our new
That's
board
actually-
member. She'll be sworn in next month.
I've read that book to my kids.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Very cool.
It's good.
We knew you
So,
could.
I mean, if you want to do board recommendations, again,
All right, you're on board with that?
Yeah.
Okay,
There
cool.
you
I also load you.
Yeah, great.
Have we scared you off yet?
no, no, it would take a lot more than that.
This was pretty easy board
It
meeting.
was. All righty then, I think we can adjourn.
Thank you, Pat.